Welcome to a short introduction to the 4 seasons of life. We start the first chapter of The Circle with a good amount of spring fatigue. Watching all those flowers blooming and those leaves growing and those days getting longer just takes up too much energy and leaves us so very tired. So all we can really do is rest, lay down, do nothing, and wait for our next season to arrive. Which is, of course, our month-long journey through summertime sadness. The season where the skirts are short and the days are long, and everyone is in competition of who's posting the nicest holiday pictures. All of these sunshiny days are just too beautiful for us to handle, and so everyone is jumping in cold water just to hide their tears. Statistics say that most breakups occur at the beginning of summer. This is because sharing our sadness through these weeks of eating ice cream and drinking cocktails on the beach would just be too much to handle for most. So they wanna be single and have little affairs with people from foreign countries, since they don't speak the same language, and therefore the explanation of the feelings is mostly lost in translation and does not lie as heavy on the soul. After we come back from our little trips and our tears of sadness slowly begin to dry, we enter our next season of good old autumn melancholy, where everything is starting to get just more quiet and reflective. Ice cream and cocktails now become tea and cookies to bring a little solace to our blue hearts, and every little walk outside in the nature is turning into a complete retrospective of everything behind us and the transience of time and life. While the falling leaves slowly dance in the wind, people born in the 90s think of the movie American Beauty and feel like they just witnessed something very profound, while many of the old people just get the flu and die. After the season of change, we enter the final and also darkest chapter of the circle of life, winter depression, where everyone is just one roof over the head away from freezing to death in the cold. The sun barely shows up anymore, and instead we are greeted by a seemingly endless cold night that tears its claws into our souls until we think we will never see another season again. In a desperate attempt to escape this feeling of isolation and despair, we invented the holiday season, where we distract us from our misery by going on stressed out shopping sprees, drinking gallons of mild wine, and develop short-term eating disorders. It is said that the tradition of family meetings on Christmas Eve is the direct cause of many suicides and murders, either because you have a family or you don't. Every year in winter you can also observe the phenomenon of guys wearing short shorts while walking on the street with minus 15 degrees outside. This can be directly linked to the fact that they just don't feel anything anymore. On New Year's Eve, the melancholy we felt in autumn makes a short reprise. While we watch money being burned in explosions in the sky that terrifies our pets to death, we contemplate the past and the future, and people make a list of lies they keep telling to themselves until they forgot about it about 3 months later, until the whole circle starts all over again, week for week, month for month, year for year, decade for decade, century for century, until the end of time. Thank you.